Hello. It's so hard to find time to do this update. I gotta just apologize because I had no idea how many people had watched the prior videos, and it's on a different YouTube account from my actual YouTube account. So, I don't get notifications necessarily when comments are made or likes or stuff. So I just happened to pop in there a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh my God, there's like 1,500 views on this video. And I'm not looking to monetize anything, and I really don't care about views and stuff. But what that means to me is that there are 1,500 people out there that are like going through this and like worried about going through a vitrectomy, and maybe found some comfort in the video that I made. So when I saw that, I was like, oh man, I gotta give some kind of update, because there were a lot of comments and a lot of questions. And so the timeline's crazy. Like, it's been 2 years. I couldn't believe it. I rewatched the last video just to see like when I made that, and time goes so quickly, and I'm so busy. I do IT for a large healthcare network, and so I'm super busy all the time, and between that and parenting and buying a house and all this stuff, so life's been crazy busy. And so I'm sitting in my car waiting to pick up my son from school, and I figured, let me fire this up and do a super quick video just to give an update where I am. So where am I? I had 4 procedures. The left eye started first. I had a single vitrectomy there, not to mention the countless visits like pre-vitrectomy, where they were trying to laser me and make sure that the retina didn't detach, but I was going through PVD in that eye, and actually happened in both eyes. I have blue eyes, and it's kind of young. I'm 48 now, but it started like 46. So they thought it was kind of young for PVD, which is the gel pulling away from the back of your eye. But they said since I was nearsighted before I had LASIK, like 10 years ago, by the way, confirmed from like the top retinal surgeon in New York City, that the LASIK surgery had nothing to do with this. So that's a question I get asked a lot. Other question I get asked a lot is the lifting weights a contributing factor. As far as they're concerned, it's a non-factor. They told me that I'm free to continue lifting weights and destroying my body, which I do on a daily basis, which was actually the hardest part about recovering. Was go home, lay face down for a week, and then don't lift anything more than 10 pounds for several months. Was like a death sentence for me. But things got back to normal pretty quickly. I just want to let everybody know, who are going through this, that it sucks so bad in the beginning, and just follow the doctor's advice. Do your best to stay face down, or whatever they tell you. Like, one of my surgeries was like detaching on the other side, and they told me I could lay on my right side instead of being face down, which was like way better than being face down for a week. But I went through this so many times, it's a little blurry now because it's been so long. But where I am now, I had four procedures. The one and done in the left eye was like beautiful. Left eye is in good shape. I do have a cataract in there forming. I gotta have a cataract surgery. Right eye, 3 procedures. 1 vitrectomy with an air bubble, which is like standard procedure. Go home, lay down, face down for a week, and then don't lift anything. And it started to fail. There was like blood forming behind my retina. So I went in for a second vitrectomy. During that procedure, when they went in there, they discovered that it was, maybe a little problematic. They didn't want to take any chances, so they put oil in. And the oil is a little more complicated because they put that in for several months, and then they have to do another surgical procedure where the air bubble just will dissipate on its own. The air bubble goes away on its own. The silicone, they need to go in and pull it out. So went in, had them pull it out after 2 months. They flushed it a billion times. I went to the preeminent retinal surgeon in Manhattan. Dude is so awesome. I don't know if I can share names, but at the end of this, I just want to reiterate that if you're concerned about the level of care you're receiving, please find like the best doctors you can. I had several procedures done in New Jersey, which is where I live right now. It's I don't know if you can see that. It's 21 degrees in New Jersey right now. It's crunchy and cold, and you know, but seriously, I'm in Jersey. I work in Manhattan in healthcare. Find the best doctors you can. My situation when it happened was an emergency. I went to the local closest retinal surgeon and had like emergency procedures done. As soon as I stabilized with the right eye that was like, you know, having complications, I boogied and went to New York and found like, you know, the Manhattan Eye and Ear Institute, which is like the best, and got an amazing surgeon who did the removal of the oil, plus at the same time the other doctor did my cataract surgery. So I had a 2-for-1 surgery on the last one, and things are good. Like for months after, I was 20/20 vision in both eyes. Some new complications that are happening is the left eye, that was my first eye, is ready for a cataract surgery. The problem in the right eye is, in both eyes, I have astigmatism. So they could only do a fixed focal lens. So I chose distance vision. And since I have an astigmatism, I can't do a multifocal. So my reading in my right eye is like done. My left eye, my prescription has gotten worse in my left eye. I don't wear glasses, but my left eye for distance is getting shaky, but that's fine because I'm going to replace the lens in that. And my same Manhattan Eye and Ear Institute, that doctor told me there's a new lens technology that for astigmatism that I might be a candidate for. And in a few months, I'm going to go in and get a checkup done to see if I'm a candidate for this. And then in that case, I will be able to read and see distance in the left eye. And I told him, if that goes well, get this lens out, because I want to read and see distance. I don't want glasses. I'm super active, and you know, with this cataract lens replacement in my right eye, like if I'm talking to someone face to face, they're a few feet away, their face is kind of blurry, but my distance is 20/20. I'm super grateful that I'm not blind, so I'm not complaining at all. You know, coming through all these surgeries and everything, super grateful that I have my vision. There are problems, which I can get into in another video because my son's gonna hop in the car any minute. In the eye with silicone, there are still a few little occasional, you know, visitors that float on by, because this retinal surgeon told me like this oil just hides in all the folds of your eye. Very hard to get it all out. If you have a silicone vitrectomy, just be ready to have some floaters. They look like a little almost looks like when there's a eclipse and like a little sphere will float by, like real tiny, and occasionally they float by and you're like, what the heck, you know, you think something's moving by you. The other thing that I have, which is, you know, not the best thing in the world, but I think on my right side, I have a slight amount of peripheral vision loss, just a little bit. Like if I'm walking in the city with people, you know, I can tell that there's something, you know, a little deficit on the far peripheral vision on my right side. Not a big deal. I can live with that. Considering the alternative was blindness, I'm pretty damn good. I got 20/20 vision, and I can't read with my right eye without a reading glass, but I read with my left eye. So really happy with the results. Like I said, I have around the periphery where I got lasered to death. I do have some this weird kind of like shimmering where the retina was actually damaged and then lasered back on. I kind of feel that in the beginning I might have gotten substandard care rather than going to like the best place in the world, but I don't know that for sure. I'm not a doctor, and retina stuff is weird. Like, you never really know what's gonna happen. It's a roll of the dice sometimes. Like my brother, he just had a retina detachment, and so I don't know if we have a genetic thing in the family, but he called me one morning. I was in the sauna, and he said, "What was it like when you had a retina detachment?" And I described it, and he said, "I think I'm having one." And I said, "Shit, get in there right now." He had a vitrectomy, and he's doing okay. But it's a roll of the dice. You know, the retina is a weird thing. What I would say is just get the best care possible. Don't go to substandard doctors. Try to get to a big city. Go to the best doctor possible. And I'm gonna do another update, because I'm gonna keep some updates going, and I'm gonna rename this channel, and I'm gonna probably start posting some content because it's kind of fun. We're gonna start going on some little road trips with my son and my family, and yeah, there's kids walking by. Kids love the Cybertruck. It's crazy. But hang in there. I saw the comments. People are scared, rightfully so. It's a scary procedure. There's no way around it. It's a scary procedure getting anything done with your eye, but things do get better. I was right back to work pretty quickly, all 4 times. I got a seriously stressful job that keeps me really busy, and didn't really mess me up too much. People are understanding. You had eye surgery. Take a couple weeks of downtime and recover. You know, if you can't do that, it's tough. You know, you can't. If you have a manual job, you're lifting stuff, it's tough. You can't lift anything more than 10 pounds for a while. You got to really just chill out and relax and let your body recover. So, so that said, the kids are getting, oh, my son is here. I gotta go. I'll post another video, I promise. All right, bye. What's up, monkey?
Hello.